Okay, let's see who shows up. Huh? I'm live. Huh? No, that's how I'm seeing what people are saying. I'm gonna go live then?
No, wait, I ain't doing that.
We got people from all over.
What you doing?
I go live last Saturday.
On Facebook?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go watch your TV. I ain't getting no ride. No, I really got to look on the phone. That's what I said.
What?
You just said. No. Look, listen. I threw it out. I go take the money. She said, what are you trying? I said, 50 and 1.
People ask us.
Oh, and I told you when I see you, I love you, dude.
Yeah, I love it. Somebody laughed, I know that. Well, let's see if somebody's on here. Hang on, I'm gonna let you in. Hang on. Oh, we got people over here. And they're all looking for me. They said, we got here. Okay. Let me give you the key. You come on over.
No, go ahead. What do you think?
What's up, guys? Can you hear me? Yes, my neighbor to the back. You want to come over here and say hello? Yes, my neighbor to the back. Oh, I gotta come over here and say hello? I gotta cut that down. Yes, my neighbor to the back. Oh, I gotta come over here and say hello?
What are you doing that time? I'm gonna watch it right here. No, man, I'm gonna watch it right here.
Yeah. That key right there opens that lock. Come on in here and say hello.
I'm not saying that. Look, I'm gonna watch it right here.
No, bro, unlock that. Come on over here. Don't argue with me.
But I'm gonna watch
Come on! Unlock the goddamn thing and come on over here. He's hard-headed. Okay, how y'all doing tonight? What's up, Kevin Scrambler? Evening, CC. Willer. Cecilia Ann's Adventure. How you doing, Leonard? I'd be giving stuff away tonight if Leonard would have given me okay on the tool. Just kidding, Leonard. I'm kidding. How you doing? Got a special guest coming in here. Got my neighbor to the back. Very nice guy. He doesn't know how to unlock a lock, though. I don't think. Go on. Get over here. Come here. Stand right here. You can see me. You can see the camera. All right. See, it's going to register slow on this. I want everybody to meet my son. He lives behind me. And that's what they're saying right now. Come here. He's camera shy. That's going to be the next YouTube champion right there. Come here. Come here. What are you doing? Y'all going somewhere? Or y'all just come back?
We play some dishes. Hey, come on.
Actually, you need to come over here and look at this.
I'm looking at how you.
No, well.
I'm reading. How did it?
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. He said hello. Come here.
I'm looking at it.
No, come here. You can read it right here. It's the same thing. Only that is like exaggerated as far as time goes. Because you see it right here. It's a long time before you see it right here, actually. But anyway, and Obi-Wan Zilla says, welcome. Come on over here. Camera shy people, I swear. I don't know what to say. You put that on Facebook, I'll sue you. How's that sound? That's copyright. Just kidding. What do we got here? Camera shy, me too. Oh, that's Kim's grandma. So you got a lot of them that don't like to get behind the camera, like my dumb ass. I don't care. When you get my age, you don't give a damn what people feel you look like. Welcome to the motorized bike. No, he drives an 18-wheeler. He's a big daddy. Hey, cartooning. You in here? All right, that's a man. That's the best way to put this. The holy grail of two-stroke bicycle tuning right there, and motorcycle tuning anyway. Very nice guy. You got a question about your weed eater, this man can answer it. Anything two-stroke. I wish you'd come over here. Oh, you're camera shy. All right, what we're going to talk about tonight. Come on. What's wrong?
I like this.
You like it? Okay. All right. All right. What we're talking about tonight is the LD100. Kevin for president, hardly. The LD100. I named the YD100 the Yard Dog 100. I'm very sorry for that. Kind of stuck. But if you look at the, and I'm sure this is not a exaggeration, is you can see the intake and the exhaust so close together. Well, on the LD100, and you're going to see on this one, if you actually look in the exhaust, you can't see the intake. If you look this way, you can see a little bit of it right there. This thing is so bad. Whenever the piston was all the way to the top, I could read the New York Times in the intake side from the exhaust. That's how much gap was under there. So when you raise the piston up to where it's decent, now whenever the piston's all the way down, you got a whole bunch of intake showing. Now with the piston all the way up and you can see all the way the intake, that's called free porting, and it is very bad. My kid will never touch my bikes. Oh, really? Come on, Leo. My son wrecked my bike. Oh, Kim's crap? No, yours is on the way, dude. But anyway, it was so bad, and it really was. And whenever I would pick the cylinder up where I didn't have the intake showing and a almost full exhaust, I had a squish of about 1/4 inch. And it was horrible. Yeah, I mean, it was terrible. So it's the Lodadung 100. The LD 100 is the Lodadung from China. 100. Lodadung. Y'all like it? but it's the Loaded Dung 100. It's actually worse than the Yard Dog 100. There is so much I had to do. I even had to take off a significant amount off the top of the piston. I know this doesn't make any damn sense, but in order to get the thing to porting halfway, I guess you could say, there was a lot done. If you don't have a lathe, a mill, and a lot of patience, and retired like me, where you don't have to do anything all day long, then you'll probably succeed. Now, I assume this bike's going to run in the top 30s, maybe. That's how bad it is. We're going to, I mean, if you want to crank it up, we'll crank it up if you want to, just say so. But yeah, it's pretty bad as far as, hey, ERT, how you doing? Good afternoon. I got my partner here, my son. He won't show himself. Norwood, come here. Say hello to ERT. He's down in Puerto Rico. I'm serious. Come here. And that's my partner down there in Puerto Rico, ERT.
What you said, Mr. ERT?
There you go, right there. Crank it, all right? Norwood's going to help. Y'all asked for it, we're going to do it. Let's crank it up. I thought you'd never ask. Hit the wrong button there. What the heck? Oh, here we go. That's what happens when you do this. Now, y'all have to remember, I'm still waiting on a clutch system from RDM, DHL, whoever's up in Canada. All right, there we go. And that, whoa, okay. That's what it looks like. So that's your LD 100, Loaded Dung 100. So let's see if we can get it to fire. I don't know. Okay, it does crank up. So we're good to go on that. I don't know, guys. I'm thinking probably top out at about 30, 35. I don't know. because I hate this motor. I really do. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's like horrible. I understand. Don't ever use RDMs, 4Gen. It's I don't know who I got it from. It's somebody in Canada. It hasn't got here yet. So I don't know. I haven't got one yet. So, and I'm gonna put green pads in it because I do like those, by the way. And I like the green ones. The port timing is horrible. I got 26 blowdown, and that's pretty much everything else is horrible. It really is. I'm not even going to go over. And when I say horrible, whenever the damn piston was at top dead center, when I first got the motor, I'm going like, oh, hell yeah. I said, this is the stuff right here. I said, I brought it all the way up to top dead center, what you can eye, and I'm looking at it, and I said, oh, no. I could see all the way across from the exhaust to the intake. I could read the newspaper from there. The transfers are wide open. I'm talking about, like I said, I didn't data anything. I didn't even think the motor would crank up. I really didn't. I gave it a third transfer, boost port, and a 5-window piston. We'll just have to see. And I tried to time everything in like you said it. And I suspect it's probably going to top out at a staggering 35 miles an hour. I don't know. I really don't. So we're going to find out because I'm still waiting on a clutch. I don't know what this is. This is a budget clutch because that's the only one he had. So it's like an ankle biter. We know what it is. So I figured I'd put that in there because this motor is going to create that massive amount of power. I'm kidding. I really am kidding. Yes, sir. I could look from the exhaust through the intake and read the New York Times whenever the piston's all the way up. It's bad. They made this thing not to go fast. I don't even think they made it for a low-end torque. SAW engines ain't no better, but it's at its home, and that's where it belongs. Yes, sir, it's worthless. I agree. I figure about 35, 37 mile an hour, it might get on the pipe and then probably die. I have no idea, Leo. This is the time it's cranked up, you saw it. So it hasn't got a clutch in it or nothing. So there's not a whole bunch you can do with this engine ERT. This engine's bad. I remember looking at the video that Elliot Hover put out, and he went through all the troubles that he saw, and he was absolutely correct, but he didn't get into specifics like looking under the piston, through the intake, through the exhaust port, and seeing whatever you want to see. I made a plate for the bottom. I got it jacked up, but, and here we go with this, to get a full exhaust port, because the exhaust port on this cylinder is massive. It's huge. to get a full port, if I go all the way down, when I'm all the way down, I have probably about a quarter of my intake open. So it's like a balancing act. I can't get a whole exhaust port, but I can bring it up a little bit to get a almost closed. That's how horrible this thing is. Almost closed intake at bottom dead center. So it's like a balancing act, and there's really not much room there. Just like what I showed you on this one, where the intake and the exhaust is, there's not much room for that. You know, very little at all. This is a YD 100, by the way, Yard Dog 100. And like I said, I don't like hating on the Yard Dog 100s. It's worthless. Yes, sir, I agree. But we're going to put a damn clutch in it. We're going to run it. We're going to find out. But yeah, it's worthless. And I'm going to say that to begin with. And I'm not hating on the YD. I know that. And yeah, I do too. I mean, there's nothing you can do with it. Nobody did anything with the YD 100. You got some people out there that love them. Then you got some people like me that just cut them all to hell and back. Yeah, and you're probably right. I probably need to write one. Yeah, and the thing of it is, you know, these things are like $30, and they're not worth $30. I'm sorry. We're gonna see though. I don't know. Custom small head, Leo. Yeah. We have a YD that makes 50 miles an hour. I've never seen a YD make 50 mile an hour. US. Kilometers per hour, yeah. But I've never seen one make 50, ever. Yours will be the first. Got to go big. Can't go much bigger than that. Huh? I'm gonna go look. Don't be hating on me, ERT. It is what it is, babe. The Yard Dog 100 sucks. We'll see. I'm gonna go back and look. You'll be the first one I ever seen. This is the one I cut the head off of. And it ran respectable. Was that, Jamie, was that a YD 100? I bet you didn't have a. All right, brother. You have a good night, babe. The has a 28 millimeter and a read. Okay, well, I mean, my hat's off to you because it is a horribly poor. And this Loaded Dung 100 here, that's a new name it's got, it's no better. It's worse. They patterned that cylinder after this. I'm going, really? Yes, and you're right. China is watching and laughing. I think they get together whenever they do the porting math on this, and one of them says, oh, go too fast, got to slow down. Oh, we could do 20. And that's where a lot of this comes from, because when you buy one of these kits, you know, you don't want little Johnny blasting through an intersection at 60 miles an hour. There you go. That's pretty much it. You just had a commercial? Really? I hear you. No, I ain't got no axes to grind or anything or irons in the fire with anybody. I call it like I see it. The you know, I hear you, babe. I hear you, and your shit definitely runs. That's a fact. So absolutely, and I don't know. I just like messing with the. You got a platform here for the YD jug, which you can put mineral and stuff like that on it. I said, let me start off with the LD 100, which is now the Lododome 100. Well, no, I never saw a video of this engine running good by anybody. It's kind of like to the point of a challenge. Can you make it run? Uh, and no, we'll see. I figured 35 maybe. I think if I go 36, I'll have the fastest one in the world. That'd be cool. Came over on a canoe, huh? Your stuff's on the way, Kim Scrambler, by the way. And I'm gonna have something your way too, Stroke. So, but it does run. I didn't think it would, but we'll find out how long it runs, if it runs long at all. Okay, let's get into something else here. So I'm gonna aim the camera down a little bit. I'm gonna blame Leo for this, by the way. Just kidding. Got the needles right here. I got these cute little N50 magnets. And they are like really tiny. And when I say tiny, I mean tiny. And they're super cool. These ain't N47s or N45s, these are N50s. Can y'all see that? Oh, it fell off. Too bad. Or they attached together. But they'll actually hold true to your finger. And it's gone. Never to be seen again. But no big deal. Because you can buy like 400 of them for very little. So, and now I've got all these cut. I got a new knurler that works a little bit better than the other one. And I'm going to start working on these this week. And then we're going to give some away on another video. So Leo likes them. Yeah, I hear you, babe. Pelagio time. Oddly, I find nearly enjoyable. Yes, sir. I got a new one. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and show you. This one works a lot better than my other one. And it gives a better result. But anyway, oh, I see what it's doing. It's in a bind right there. Yeah, anyway, you get it. Instead of pushing up against it, it clamps down on top of it. Does a lot better job. It actually does a proper job. So we got plenty of needles. Now, the ones that's got them, you could go on, and these are just yarn needles. They're very durable. I've got one in here that I've had for 6-7 years, and I haven't dulled it yet. I've only marked metal with it. I don't think you can mark brick or anything like that, but that's it. We're going to get them made. We're going to get them out. I'm going to sell some, stuff like that. So, Hey, Two Stroke, did you hear it run? You want to hear it run? You missed it. Two-stroke party. You want to hear the engine run? Trump's going to be our next president. Not being political or anything, but if they keep doing. Oh, you heard it. Okay. I didn't know whether you heard it or not. So we're going to see. We're going to run it. And we're going to run that dog manure out of it. I'm going to do a whole video of me, unfortunately, running this thing. So I don't expect anything out of it. I really don't. As far as it getting on the pipe, no. Coins. What coins? Okay, that's cool. I got this damn heart right in my way right here, 100%. And none of that works. All right. But anyway, the no, I don't think so. Imaginary government coin. Okay. I need to start putting some coins out. Did you port the Palazzo? Okay, you're not talking to me. You're talking to Jamie. Because I sure don't have one. Man, like I said, I need to talk to you about this. This shipping down here is ridiculous. Anybody can tell you down here, Opie wants to send this. Oh, Lord. And Obi-Wan Zilla knows about the shipping down here better than anybody. Posting never been necessary for me anyway. Porting. 50-50, you're right. And especially when you're down here in New Orleans, so you're lucky. You go through Shreveport. Whenever I go through New Orleans, it drops quickly. I don't want to see nobody lose a motor, and if you do lose it, I'll have to pay for it. Not that you'd want me to pay for it, but I'd pay for it. Simple as that. Yeah, and that's exactly what happened. You could see completely through the damn thing. Ask two-stroke port timing or I hear you, babe. Everything's high. Everything. Gas, food, everything, utilities. Yeah, see, the ideal port timing is like, and like I said, you know, I find that when I do something a little different on one same jug, it runs better, and some it doesn't. So it's just like sneaking up on a number. Yes, and used vehicle people that's got used vehicles, you're sitting on a damn gold mine almost. Yes, sir. I decked the heck out of it. One fin left. That's how much I had to deck, and that's the same thing. Same thing with the YD100. There's so much squish. Now, I will say the squish on this one is 25,000. And that's hard metal. I've heated it up, probably kind of like hanging there, breaking in at idle, heated up about 5 or 6 times, and I've never gotten any more on the torque on the head. So it's pretty solid. Yeah. And really, I'm going to say something I'm probably going to get bashed for, but if you go on two-stroke porting and carb tuning, he's got it all laid out there. My best blowdown is on the Cranbrook, and it was 26. This one came out exactly like that at 26. I got a 26 blowdown. Pretty much all the intakes and everything, only exaggerated, are the same. So we'll see. I'm going to give away a bunch of them. There's a few people that's going to get them, whether they want them or not. And then I think I've got probably 100, 150. So I'm going to sell some of them. I'm going to give some away around here. And I'm going to give some away on the channel. So you got one. You don't need one. How's that? Yes, everything. I quit smoking it's going to be 2 years ago pretty quick. And I suggest to anybody out there, and I'm not going to, be a hooker that goes to church, but all y'all need to quit smoking. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Well, the reason I stopped when my wife had her kidney taken out from kidney cancer, She quit smoking, so I said I'm not going to put any strain because we know how it is. I ain't gonna lie. When you quit smoking and somebody lights one up next to you, that's the best smelling son of a bitch in the world, and we know it. So it's not easy to quit. It's not. 4 years. I hear you, babe. China doll kits are cheaper than they were before the pandemic. You're right. And I noticed a lot of people were saying about the cranks getting smaller, thinner, less heavy. And I see that. Bob Jones, are you in California? $14 a pack because I worked out there here 2001, I think, yeah, 2001, 2000. And they were high. Yes, you're right. They do stink now, and they do. My dad died from a combination of asbestos and smoking. That's what the doctor said anyhow. I don't know. But he smoked 3 packs a day and a half a gallon of liquor every day. So, and he lived to be 69. He was pretty tough. Okay. Well, I know where you're at, Kim Scramble. I was talking to Bob Jones there. He said $14 a pack. Okay, you have a good one. I got to take the wife out. Yes, sir. You too. You be safe out there. Wow. Okay. Massachusetts. Oh, wow. I thought it'd be California or something like that. They're that high up there? I hate to tell you what we used to what we used to do back in the 60s and 70s, well, actually the 70s. Yeah, we used to buy a carton of cigarettes in North Carolina for $1.99, and we used to load the truck up. I don't think this is still illegal, but it used to be illegal back then. And yeah, we used to go up north, and anyway, I ain't gonna say anymore. But yeah, I mean, in North Carolina, I'm sure Two-Stroke Porting would tell you that. Back in the 70s, they were $1.99 a carton. Damn, that's expensive for a habit. I mean, I don't know how much other habits are, but I mean, I used to smoke a pack a day. I mean, you could do the math on that real quick. Okay. Yeah, we used to go up 95 and stop at they had, this is a long time ago though. But, and actually North Carolina, some of the North Carolina where you go to in the airports like Raleigh and what have you, you didn't have rooms for the smokers. You had room for the non-smokers. You could walk up to where you get on the plane, put your cigarette out, and go on the plane. That's how cool they were. Oh, wow. Cools are that high, huh? I hear you, man. You bike stuff for less. That's sad. That's good though, in a way. But yeah, that's high. I thought you were like it because in California, we back in 2000, 2001 when we were there working for Worldwide Welding, the we went to McDonald's and it was like for a biscuit and a coffee was like $7 or $8. I go, excuse me? Yeah, I know, because I saw the tobacco barns. We used to back in South Carolina where I live. They used to pick sand lugs, suckers. We used to pick and hang tobacco. We used to do it. Now, a little bit of history information about down here. The only place in the world Perique tobacco grows is right here in St. James Parish. The only place in the world. And the way they do it, it's a whole different, you'd have to look it up. But we do have tobacco here. And they do grow Perique tobacco, and it's the only place in the world. It's very strong. They pack it in barrels to dry. They don't hang it up to dry. They pack it in barrels and then tighten down on it and squeeze all the stuff out of it. And it's very strong. Very, very strong. Look it up. It's called Perique tobacco. And this is the only place in the world it grows. We have sin tax down here too. Now the state tax down here is like 9.5%. Yeah, that's the only place in the world. You can look it up. It's called Perique. They use it in pipe tobacco and cigars. It's very strong. They press it in barrels, and I've heard all these guys talk about it. They still do it. Yeah, sin tax. And we got it down here. Our sales tax, not state tax. I'm sorry. Sales tax is 9.5%. The only good thing is we don't have much of a property tax. And the state too, yeah. Tobacco hash, yeah. Yeah, it's very strong. I've never seen it. They still grow it, they still package it, they still press it. But it's nothing I've had anything to do with. Yeah, yeah, we got that down here too. It's like, and you know the crazy thing? I've worked in so many petrochemical plants up and down this river, Mississippi River, and we drill, pipe, and refine all of the gas, that this state would ever use. And I can guarantee you, your gas is cheaper than ours. That's crazy. What do we got here? The pack account, $9.90? $12. Wow. Now, I like the little Camel short ones. When I was smoking, I used to like those. Yeah, I hear you. Down at 4 cents a dollar. That's kind of like what South Carolina's was. And over here, it's 9.5%. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Uncle Sam's going to get his. And I think I posted on there, you work 50 some odd damn years to enjoy 11. 8%. Yeah. Yeah, it's like 9.5, 10. 9.5 here, I think. I know it's high. But we have very little property tax. And I kind of don't have a problem with that because everybody pays. Whether you got property or not, everybody pays that sales tax. Yeah, see, you paid $2.79 a gallon for regular. Down here, it's almost $4. Yeah, straight. And you're right. We're not even going to get into that. But you're right. Every bit of it. $3 something for a gallon. Yeah, over here it's like $3.75, $3.85. Depends upon when you go there, what time of the day, and what day. 7% here. Yeah, that's about right where you're at. Yeah, see, and I know where you at, Leonard. The when we went to in 2001, I think we went to work in the Martinez oil refinery for Worldwide Welding, and we were staying in, oh God, I want to say Lexington, and we could ride the BART all the way into San Francisco and what have you. Gas then was $5 a gallon. I wish you would start a government because I'll join it. I'll join. Hydrogen. Okay. I got a hydrogen generator right in here I use for my silver soldering. HHO, hydrogen and oxygen. It will explode. Yeah, hydrogen, I use potassium hydroxide and water, distilled water, to make my electrolyte. And making a propane bike would be easy. It'd just have to be 4-stroke. It couldn't be 2-stroke. So, I mean, that's pretty easy. They make a car run on RD. What is RD? Yeah, but you got to have oil in the mix. That's the problem with that. I mean, UK diesel is 50. That's a pound, 1.5 pounds a liter. What is a pound? $2.50, $3. I'm not sure what the rate is right now. Yeah, I hear you on that one. Cows are a renewable resource. Like $2. But yeah, I've got a HHO generator. If y'all would like to see how it works, I'll light it up for you. Wet sump 2-stroke. That's interesting because that ain't the first time that come around. They got some car engines, I think, that are wet sump 2-strokes. You could use a chainsaw carburetor on a motorized bike. You just have to have a pulse port, and you can tap that right into the crankcase to do that, to pump the gas. Yes, but you're either your euro or your pound. I'm not sure how much that is US. Now it's $1.50 a liter. Yeah, that's expensive. You're right. I think they had one car, a European car, one kind of weird, obscure one that was, but yeah, two-stroke diesels are wet sump. Pound, okay, pound. How many dollars in a pound? Because I know a pound is more than $1. Yes, English pound. I don't know the conversion rate right offhand. Yes, they have a valve and O-ring, and not only that, they're injected with lubricant all the time, so they stay lubricated unless they run away, and that's when you have a good YouTube video. Then, if yeah, I know it fluctuates. And last time I looked, it was like $2.35. A pound is worth $2.35 US. Don't quote me on that because that's not 1.27. Okay. All right. Leonard, you going to engineer that? I cut myself all up today. You pour in an electrolyte right here, the potassium hydroxide, and distilled water. And it starts bubbling up. But what it does with the potassium hydroxide and the water, it creates oxygen and hydrogen. So when I do soldering on silver and what have you, and now it's shut off, it's up to pressure. You see the flame on it? This is metal right here. Water and a little potassium hydroxide. And burnt right through that. Very interesting gadget. And when I do silver soldering and what have you on something that has to be done right, then this is what I use. 5,000 degrees. And it will do it. It will braise a pipe. The thing of it is this, though, you have to remember that only 24 volts DC is going into that chamber to make that gas. It's HHO, it's hydrogen oxygen. So potassium hydroxide. No, potassium hydroxide. And aluminum powder, not going there with that one. But very simple. It's like when you do soldering or something like that. That's the but really 24 volts is not that much to create that much gas. Now, how much would you need to run one of these engines, a 4-stroke? Could you, let's say, charge it up and then you have a bike that runs really good and probably a compressor to compress it into a tank as you're going? You're right. And yes, if they don't do the BMSs and what have you in a proper pack, and it's the counterfeit batteries that also screw up a lot of stuff. And those kids are stupid. I look at it like this. When I was a youngster, we rode our bikes off ramps and everything else. We did stuff that our parents didn't like. We jacked the ass end of our cars up with shackles and what have you. You know that as well as I do. And now we got kids squat the goddamn thing, looking like a bunch of dogs with a anal gland problem or something. Yeah, and trust me, the battery packs I built, you can go back and look if you want to. I built battery packs for an electric bike that did 55. And I got counterfeits. And some of them were not good, and the pack would go bad. I hear you, man. You're a lucky guy, Dustin H. Yes, indeed. But if you think about it, if you had enough area, because that thing's designed to do small soldering, silver's very hard to melt. Yes, we all did. My brother got my dad to buy him a Mach 5 or Mach 4 750 Kawasaki 3-cylinder 2-stroke, and he pretty much didn't like it. So I rode it back and forth to school at 12 years old. Well, actually 13 years old. But and the bike hauled ass. But yeah, at 24 volts, let's say suppose you put a generator on your wheel. Now, I do know some e-bike hubs are, what do they call it? Recumbent braking. And yes, counterfeit batteries should be illegal, but you get them. I bought like 80 Samsung R25s, which are good batteries. I think like 8 or 9 of them didn't even weigh proper. So they're out there. If you're making your own pack, I do suggest this, that if you do an e-bike, do a Bafang, like I did the stretch bike. And the battery pack I bought with that off of Amazon was absolutely beautiful. It gave like a 50-mile range on that big ass damn thing. So yeah, and that whole setup, Bafang, and it's not, I thought that was some kind of Chinese or Japanese company. It's German. German. It's where I'm from. All right, William's back. Graphene batteries. It's not going to be graphene. It's going to be silver iron phosphate or silver phosphate is going to be the ones that's going to do it. You're right. Yep. I mean, you start burning places down, it's going to get back to you. And you could do that very easily. You joke about that, but you could have a frequency set off a BMS to short out a damn battery pack. We know that. I build battery packs. I know. Yeah, I wouldn't say that, because you say it can be nothing in your lifetime. Look what the hell's went on in my lifetime. And trust me, you know what I'm fixing to tell you. 40 years ago, what the hell we have? Okay? Grendel's Garage, what's up? How you doing, sir? I'm glad you could join us tonight. I do like the F-Zero. I'm not crazy about the handlebars because it'll have me humped over and hurt my back. I got to be sitting up straight. I thought I was just being crazy. AI is what scares me. You know, I think that's perpetuated from Hollywood, really. And I don't think be scared of it. I think it would be probably beneficial. I hopefully cure cancer, cure stuff like that, heart disease, this, that, the other thing. The bars agreed about the bars. What about the bars? Bars? I've been in some bars. Oh yeah, and there is some company out there that do sell some really, really good bikes, and we do over here too. But you got some people that have pushed the envelope. I did, but I'm in a steel and concrete shop. I don't particularly anything burning down here. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you look at robots, you pretty much look at your computer. You already got one there. So, No, I don't think we have bots yet, but I don't know. And being my age, maybe I look at things different than people. Maybe older people look at things different. I want somebody to invent something where I live forever. Sorry. And you are a robot. Yes, you are. I guess I could say I was a robot too. Robots, glitches in the matrix. I don't think I ever saw that. But I do want to tell y'all one thing. Hang on. Hold it right there. If you haven't seen this movie, and I'm sorry, I'm glad you reminded me of that. I saw a movie for the first time the other night, The World's Fastest Indian. How many of y'all saw that movie? Tell me. Cole Key Vlog, how you doing, sir? No, sir, I don't believe death is at the end of the journey. I believe that's the starting of the journey. Yes, you saw it? The World's Fastest Indian with the guy that did Hannibal Lecter. Oh, I can't think of his name right now. Anthony Hopkins. Indian Motorcycles, yes. That was an incredible movie. If you haven't seen it, and I do. No, he didn't. He never gave up. 9 times he went back. I'm not going to tell you all about the movie. I'm not going to tell you about it. But it's probably one of the better movies I've seen in many, many years. And it's an old movie. That's what struck me funny. Yes, it is one of the best. It is super cool. That is a good movie. And I just saw it here not too long ago. This thing's back in like what, the 8, 9, 10 years ago? Not a Johnny Depp movie. It's Anthony Hopkins was in it. And yes, absolutely. I'm glad they did because he never gave up, dude. I mean, he was like, hell yeah. We're going to let her rip, Tater Chip, and he did. 9, I ain't going to say no more. But yes, that was a good movie. And I'm sitting there and I'm going, get out of here. But I think what struck me funny about everything is the fact that the way the people in the United States helped. That's what struck me the funniest. Everybody was always there to help him. Came from New Zealand, I believe. Yeah, I mean, everybody down here would say, yes, sir, come on, let's go this way. The guy at the used car lot was great. I mean, the whole movie. And then the Indian guy helped him with his prostrate. You young guys wouldn't understand about that. No, it wasn't Will Smith. It was The World's Fastest Indian. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It is a really inspiring movie. It's just good. The But I'm going to ask, is this better this time or the other time? Two different conversations. No problem, brother. We all right here. Yeah, it was just, I was taken aback by it. I'm going, that's a cool ass movie. And it's a true story. That was the coolest thing about it. You know, I was scanning through my Fire Stick and that popped up and I'm going, what? Oh no, you got to see that movie. That is an inspiring movie for some reason. I'm not sure why. It's just what I loved about it was how the people in the United States, he fought all the way to get over here. And whenever they put him to cook on the ship, that was hilarious. But he stood his ground. He was a proud man. He was proud all the way through. And it was a very good movie. Burt Munro, yep. And I think they probably nailed the actor exactly. I really do. Are you talking about the bike barrier? No, you talking about these rims? Yeah, I bought these. And never ever this rim have I ever had any trouble with. Uh, it's the ones that's got the swept like that. That's very thin. Like what's on. If you look back at the Dragonfly bike I built, he's got those rims. They're flimsy, very flimsy. Yep, but he got it. So that's it. Look, and I'm gonna tell you, I've had these things as long as I've owned this bike. They've been on it the whole time. If you look right here, right there, I've got holes drilled in them to where I mounted lights and stuff on them on the front and the back. They've never given me any trouble. On the not the Cranbrook, but the Nellesso Living in Luxury, I took a set of those other ones off and I put these on. These have been really good. I cannot say a bad thing about them. Nothing. Sorry. The BBR rims I buy, $99 for a full set. I can't complain about those either. So, well, I'm a fat guy. I ain't no skinny one here. I'm 250 pounds. I don't know how much you weigh, but I'm 250. And I've never had any problem with these whatsoever. So, you talk about these ones here or the ones that's got the spiral down? I haven't felt these flex. And you're 100% right. And that's the reason I put a YD100 bottom end on it. So we can go through a lot of different cylinders and what have you. This one, the Load of Dung 100, and you heard it here first. Load of Dung 100 is probably not the motor you should buy. I like the look of spokes too. I bought these because not really knowing, they look like they would be in line really good, which they are, and no hassle of spokes getting loose or anything like that, which they don't. I'm sorry, Grendel's Garage. You got one of these, don't you? Don't you? I'm sorry. Grendel, talk to me, babe. You got one? A LD 100? You see, the lowrider gas bike, somebody wanted me to build one the other day. There's a lot of problems with that because I see a lot of people do long chains and idlers and all that garbage. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it. Grendel, talk to me. I'm going to make you mad too? No, I'm sorry. It's repeating the same process and is expecting different results. You're 100% correct on that. It's a YD 100. I had to cut damn near a quarter inch off the top of the damn thing to get it to work. I had to cut top off the piston. It's not worth it. Misspelling there? Yes, it is a great movie. Absolutely, 100. No, I'm not. But if I hit 35 with this, be the world's fastest loaded down 100. The motor is bad. I'm sorry. It's a good movie. It is just absolutely, I don't sit down and watch movies. I pretty much on YouTube or something like that, quick little stuff. I sat down and watched that one. Now I also watch yes, he was. The Flying Kiwi. This wasn't on YouTube. I guess I saw a Fire Stick or something or Amazon Prime because I got Amazon Prime. And I was looking at it. I said, what the heck is this? And there you go. But I also watch Grand Tour with the people from English Top Gear, the real Top Gear, Jeremy, and all them. I'm a nut for the Grand Tour. They just had another one on there, Sand Job. Not what you think I said. I said Sand Job. Yes, dung. Like elephant dung. Load of dung. Really, guys. Yes, dung. Load of dung. Yes, the original Top Gear, those guys are awesome, but they got a new show on Amazon, which is the Grand Tour. And I religiously watch that. Yes, the original gang, Jeremy, Hammond, and May. Yeah, absolutely. They are awesome. And the new adventures are better than the old ones. Yeah, Top Gear is awesome. I've got every episode. and I sound like a fanatic. But not important. Do you have an LD100? Because I'm fixing to have the world's fastest LD100. I'm probably going to break 35. Well, there's Lodo. There you go. Yes, I've seen that movie on Any Given Sunday. Absolutely. But yeah, I'm sure anything I get on this will probably be a world record. Not yet. I hope not. Nobody never gets in one. Yes. The one motorcycle scene, I'm going to see how good y'all are here right now. The greatest Steve McQueen motorcycle event in a movie is what? I didn't make you mad about calling it the Loaded Dung, did I? Yes, The Great Escape. You got it. I'm going to send you one. That was a great movie. When he jumped the fence, who all saw that? That was a good movie right there. I guess I'm old. Nobody else saw it. Rotten Cherry was green color. The Great Escape. Yes, absolutely. I hear you. Yes, that was a good movie. I think that sticks in everybody's mind, that one jump. I hear you, baby. You was a good rider too. I was too. I mean, you had motorbikes when you didn't have 3-wheelers or 4-wheelers. You had, the Honda Trail 70, the 50, the Honda Super Cub, which is probably the greatest motorcycle ever made. It sold more than anybody ever made, Let me get one of these. You know where these came from. Ghost Rider, I think I've seen it. Yeah, I got A railroad track right behind me and a railroad track right in front of me. Sorry about that. Nothing I can do about it. Are you talking about on this one? Those are 2.5, 26 by 2.5. And they're 2.5. And they got to take them off and clean them up. They're just on the bike to kind of balance it out. Not down here. There's too many people shooting down here, so you don't want to open fire on nobody. They got the DVR stage 1 or catnip. Another thing I want to tell y'all is if you put one of these coils on your bike from any manufacturer, it doesn't matter who it is, do not let it hit the frame because it'll short it out. It won't run worth a crap. I got the 21 millimeter, whatever the hell this thing's called, OKO, whatever, PWM. They're just good. I mean, they're very easy to do. I don't have a chain hooked up to this one because I don't have a clutch, and I'm waiting on the clutch from Obi-Wan knows the person. Well, hello everyone. I hope you see. Good to see you, Broad Bike Guy. Okay. You know, the Avenger 85, I'm waiting for it to fail like the Phantom 85. And I hate to say that. There's so many people out there got them and they run to them. And maybe they're going to be a great motor. We'll find out. And if they are, then I'm going to get one and we're going to do it up. I don't know what these are. I had a damn blowout on these damn cheap ass damn Huffy Cranbrook tires that I had on my bike over there, and on the back, nothing happened, but how you doing, Roger Stafford? He is in here. We will see about the Avenger 85 on 50-50 right now. Pretty soon I'm going to have the world's fastest loaded Dong 100. So, yeah, and you know, I bought these kind of fancy tires, but they're not fancy, but the tubes I got, and I'll have to list them on a video or something. The tube, I could grab both tubes and tires that came off the Huffy, and one tube that I bought was heavier than the two tires and two tubes. And they're thick. It's like a 1/4 inch thick. Yeah, these things just work. I mean, you get all kinds of accessories with them and everything. Throw 100 jet on it, go. No, you can't do that. And don't worry about coming on here. You got business to do. You do business. And ERT is a sea monster. Oh. And yes, I hope they are a good bike. I just want to see them succeed before I jump into it, because I kind of jumped into this loaded dung 100 and it was a big mistake. And they went through 3 or 4 versions before they got it right. That's kind of what I'm waiting on, you know. Anybody will. I mean, you just follow some of my videos, and especially two-stroke carb tuning and porting and carb tuning. He'll tell you how to get one of these things right. It's not that hard. I mean, sometimes it requires some elbow work and maybe some machinery, but other than that, that's it. You got a heart right in the way. Somebody else got a comment before I could see all your, and that's a bad thing about this. I could probably go up there and read it. Y'all go ahead and talk. I'm sitting here reading too. We're all into this. Okay. All right. I've got videos on that about the spacing out the disc brake and the sprocket. They call them. You go to a hardware store. Probably Ace is the best one to go to because they have them. They're called cable end stops, and you have them that you have to drill out to 5 millimeter or 6, whichever one you do. They're the perfect spacing. That's what I use on mine. I got several videos of them. Yes, the pipe has got a silencer on it. I did that because I figured this is going to be my awesome in-town street spider, and at a blistering 35 miles an hour. So I want to be quiet about doing it. You know, and I should have went for a ride today too, because it is absolutely beautiful down here. I'm in shorts and short sleeves. And I'm sorry, guys, for up north. Okay, do what you got to do, babe. Handle your business. I'm right here handling it. I didn't like the side pull brakes. I didn't get a good enough feedback with them because sometimes they work good. Sometimes when they heated up, they didn't work as good. I like the disc because I get a little bit better feedback. Yes, sir. How you doing? Fun Bastard 212. Hey, look, I got to ask all y'all a question. This is kind of odd. I got to ask all y'all a question. What do y'all think the question I'm going to ask? I haven't seen Mike Miller on here. I hope he's okay. Yes, it is the bike from the accident. And I'm going to show y'all something else about it too. Let me see if I can turn this thing a little bit. The same front end that's on this bike is on the Cranbrook. I changed the front end on it. And because that front end got damaged, it was never right. It was never straight. So, and I put the seal bearing upper bracket, whatever turn thingies in there. So it's nice and smooth. Yeah, where's Mike? I mean, why is there no blue food? Don't understand that one. But yeah, this is a bike from the accident. BT100 is what I hit 52 on. This is not a BT100. This is a load of dung 100, an LD 100. Don't buy one, trust me. Jesus, your neck and your sternum? What'd you hit? You could get away with that if you got a really big disc and a really small sprocket, or a really big sprocket and a really small disc. George Carlin joke question. Okay. Yeah, see, we got bad roads down here. You got an LD 100 or an LD 90 or what? Yeah, Mardi Gras is over. Mardi Gras. And I live about 21 miles from it. I don't go there. You go there once, you've been there all your life. Now, Funmaster 212, what LD do you have? The LD 100 or LD 90? The LD 90, they'll run. That's what I got on the Cranbrook. The LD 100 or Loaded Dung 100, not so much. Which I'm fixing to have the fastest in the world. I'm a hit 35. Okay, this is the deal with the bonfires on the levee. This is a a tradition down here. You paved the way for Papa Noel, Santa Claus, Papa Noel, to bring all the kids presents. That's to guide him in for a landing. And really what it is now is for people to build great big bonfires and get drunk as hell. So, and party, which I have no problem with that. The PK80, if I'm thinking it's either 47 or 48 or 47 millimeter, and the LD90 is 48. One's 47, one's 48. I think. I do know that the LD90 is 48. Y'all can't see me right now? Yes, the LD90 is a 48 bore. I don't know what the PK80 is. I want to say it's 47. Not enough Avenger videos out there yet. See, now if y'all go look on videos for the LD90, I mean the LD100, the loaded dung 100, you're gonna see LA Hubbard do 2 on it, and then a few others. Now one guy, it sounds like he gets on the pipe. So, and it looked like it was running good, but it was clutch was slipping and everything else. Yeah, 203 rotors is exactly what's on this. I got to clean all this up. I just put these on there to balance it out. I repainted the whole frame. All you northern guys, I got 2 antique, can't even think of it now. Iron City beer stickers to go on it. So, yeah, 47. Yeah, you see, if you got a rotor big enough where it doesn't interfere with the chain and the caliper and what have you. Good night. I hear you. We all buying parts. We never stop. We all the time getting something. It's so cheap. Why not? Stock up, because whenever gas runs out, then you're going to be running these things. All these parts will be expensive. You have a good night, Cecilia. Well, guys, she's probably not going to be the only one. And then you run into the store. All right, I have a coil and a CDI in Faraday cage. Are you serious about the Faraday cage? That's curious. I got you about the nuclear explosion and everything. I got you. It'll work too, by the way. That's the reason this shop's built like it is. It's a giant Faraday cage. You shut the door on this, no signal whatsoever. Yeah, see, that's how you get. That's the reason I bought this, because I was like, oh, look at this. The piston came all the way up to the top, really nice. I said, oh, cool. It went all the way down to the bottom. Oh, my God. And then I looked up under the piston all the way at the top, and I could see right through to the intake. Yeah. Okay. Alex Reiser? Alec Reiser? Did I pronounce that correct? Is a menace. Okay, thank you for clearing that up, because I wonder where that came from. All right, so it's a Menace 85. Yes. I thought the PK80 was a 47. And trust me, that 48 on that Cranbrook out there, I put that up against any of y'all pretty much for running down the road, not racing. My 49 iron sleeve, I did very good with it. I hit 49 miles an hour. The only problem with that is this. These little thin, they started to crack after a year's of running. Now, when I say a year of running, it was road hard and put up wet. So the actual transfer covers were cracking. That's the only problem. And that's what swayed me away from them to the Loda Dong 100. Wasn't a good decision. Good sellers, you're talking to somebody else. You're not talking to me. The Twisted T-Bike is where the Twisted T-Bike was supposed to go. It's at Twisted T. And I'm enjoying some of it right now. Yes, sir. I don't, when's the last time y'all all want Sealy Science? And grabbing the damn chair like this. I'm not going to drink in front of you anymore. Stick to your guns, make it to the point. Stick it out. That's all I can tell you. Hey, and trust me, I'm no angel by no means. All right. No, Sealy Science will scare the shit out of you. It scares the shit out of me. Like 1244. Your back or the no, no, That's his game, nobody else's. Yeah, you're right. I mean, he's like in his own league. I mean, I wish him totally well, but he's got me like this. Oh. No, I didn't, and I don't explore this. I don't because the hit I took was like I still haven't really processed all of it yet. A billet case? Yeah, I mean, dude, I can't afford a $1,500 engine. These things are expensive. Yeah, I'm cringing and ducking too. I'm going, oh shit, ooh, what, damn. You know, it's like, seriously. Yeah, I mean, I'm like grabbing, the damn chair, like, whoa, whoa. It's almost like you're one of those, what was those movies that you used to go pay a lot of money to go see? I can't think of it right now. No, it wasn't Tron. IMAX, you got it. That's it. Those things would make you do this and what have you. Yeah, it's like an IMAX movie. You're never too old for that. I just don't do it. You never get too old for that. No, I don't remember that one. Yeah, the maniac riding in the city. That's. I love his dogs though. Nah, that ain't racing ERT. That's like dodging. I mean, blasting through stoplights, stop signs. I mean, oh Lord, I was sitting there gripping. Yeah, it's dangerous, and I'm sure from our perspective of looking from the camera lens to his perspective is different. That still doesn't make it any easier to watch, though. You talk about Johnny's Motorized? Yeah, don't do that. Yes, he will. Johnny's gonna ride his bike. He asked him to run. Hey, let me tell you something about Johnny. Johnny's a savage, dude. No, I haven't seen that one. And I particularly don't like watching those videos of people getting hit because of my accident. I mean, it brings back a lot of questions I have. Yeah, Johnny's a road warrior. Johnny's a savage. He was supposed to be here tonight. He said he was going to be here, but he didn't show up. Johnny has a lot of energy. That's all I must say. You be careful out there. Don't be doing anything stupid, please. Ain't nobody want to see no video like that. There's some out there that might, but I don't. Chill out, have you some dinner, go to bed, wake up in the morning and give us a ride tomorrow. It'd be like me going out there ride tonight in South Louisiana. I could have strobe lights all over me and I'd still get hit. Yeah, you're right. He's straight from Mad Max. I mean, and his partners he carries around with him. I don't know, man. I'm not the man. I'm just like y'all. You have a good night, Reynolds Garage. You go rock them kids to sleep. Oh, you got a ride in? Well, I want to see that. Obi-Wan, you got a ride in. Yeah, I mean, people don't pay attention to you. And I had one guy tell me, and this is an important lesson for all of us right here. And I was going down the road on my electric bike, which makes no noise. And I get up to this guy that pulled out on the street, right? That was pulled out right there. And then all of a sudden, as soon as I got there, he pulled out in front of me. And, you know, on that bike, it was very nimble. I dodged around him and I went to my house. Well, the guy followed me home and he told me, he said, I want to apologize. He said, when I looked down the road and saw you coming, I saw a bicycle. He said, I didn't see a bicycle doing 80 miles an hour. I saw a bicycle. He said, then I pulled out. He said, and the most important thing you're going to drag away from this is this. He said, you need to modify your driving for us. We're not going to modify ours for you. He said, just want to tell you that. He said, drive safe. He said, watch out for us. He said, because we're going to see a bicycle every time. He's right. Whenever I'm going down the road and somebody pulls out right there, you might see it in my videos. I slam the brakes on. I don't even give them a chance. Holy cow. Here he is, Mike Miller. We asked where you were at. Seafood boil. Good reason to miss this, dude. Trust me. You did good. Yeah, you made the right decision. All right, dude. Mike made it. Yes, he did. Yeah, see that the surgeries on the leg and stuff. I'm just like I'm so glad that my back injury wasn't bad enough to require surgery. It was bad enough. I got very lucky, but yeah, see, they're thinking of somebody of a slow pedaling bike. They don't realize that you got a motor on it, or the like with me, the electric, it doesn't make any noise. You know, you was at a Cahoon, Mike. That's what I like to call them, Cahoons, Cajun. Yeah, you right. Better late than never. You him. Oh, Little Evil's here. So cool. So cool. The man, the myth, the legend. Hey, buddy, how you doing? We get this stuff all the time down here, dude. I don't eat it. I I don't eat. There's a lot of stuff I don't eat, but I don't eat that. The probably spell what wrong? Evil Knievel. There you go. You got it right. I think. How you doing, Little Evil? You doing good, man? Little Evil, did you get to hear the Lododong 100 run? I had a 49 and it ran great, but you got that problem with the dam right here, breaking and fracturing. You couldn't leave your side of the country? What's that? You see, I don't have to worry about that down here. They're kind of like really lax. They ain't gonna, if you're on a motorized bicycle, they assume already that you're legal or a dumbass or a whatever. I would like to see Washington. I would. Well, Evil, you wanna hear it run? Just asking. You got to hear the awesome power of the Loaded Dung 100. 66. All right, let's fire it up. Come on. I think it'll fire up. Gas on. Choke on. I know it's cold. I think my drill just broke. A lot of breaking smoke. But anyway, that's the Load of Dung 100. It's 35. I guarantee this thing will never make over 35 miles an hour. Maybe 36. But I'll still have the fastest Loaded Dung 100 in the world. So not a hard record to beat. Well, it broke my drill. Check this out. You're gonna like this, I think. By the way, you can get one of these things off Amazon, but it broke my drill. This bike is not making it good with me because I've had this drill for like ever. But you know why you should buy Ryobi? And this is not a pay promotion by any way. But why should you buy Ryobi? Why do I buy Ryobi? Because Ryobi said a long time ago that this battery pack will fit every tool they make pretty much, unless it's a 40 volt or something like that. The old drill that you had back 20, 30 years ago, the blue ones, this battery will fit it and run it. They promised that to the customers, that they said that their battery is going to run all their tools. They have stuck to it. So if you're going to promote a company, promote them. Now on something like this, it used to be an integral battery. Now you have this small one that goes in there. That's the reason I have Ryobi, but I also have Makita too. Let me go ahead and get another one of these. Seeing as how they were nice enough to send them over. So what we got going on here? You see, I done missed a lot right here. It's holding up good, great. And I put one on this one. Absolutely fantastic front end, one of the most comfortable rides. This bike's going to be comfortable at 35 miles an hour and maybe 36. In the pines where the sun don't shine. Or don't. See, it's behind this goofy heart I got on my phone here. Hitachi or what? See, it's behind that heart. I can't read what it says. Where the sun don't ever shine. It's not Hitachi, it's Ryobi. Hitachi, and there's one company that makes all of them. They just make them a little different. Okay, you had the heart ones. Oh, I've never had any dealings with those. Not important. Brental's Garage Zeta Max 100 is the same as the LD 100. He did 42, I think. Okay. All right, I got to beat 42 to hold the record here. How many people have redone that song? Let's fire up. Yeah, not shabby on that, because trust me when I tell you, if he did 42 on one of these, I'd like to meet the man. I really would. Seriously, I want to know what he did. Can you show everyone how you... It's behind that heart. Yeah, right here. This is it'll go this way, and as the motor cranks up, it'll backspin. and it'll crank it right up, right on the magnet nut. But I spun the magnet nut off because it fired up abruptly. Yes, I'm running the G2 reed system with carbon fiber pedals and everything with a OKO 21 millimeter carburetor, and they're just absolutely fantastic. You can see that they're some kind of funky ass Mikuni carburetor parts and what have you. Not Mikuni, not to be, but it's a PWK 21. You can see that right there, and I'll show it to you. All you gotta do is take it out the box, put it on the bike, run it. Not really, but pretty close. No, there's nothing, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all right now. I haven't rode the bike. I just got it together to crank up here tonight. There was so much I had to do to it. That's the whole thing in a nutshell. Anytime you got to do that much work to a cylinder to get it half-ass is questionable what it's going to do. I don't have a clutch yet. I've got a clutch coming from Opie Wanzilla. Help me out here. It's RDM, DHL, the one in Canada. And it has actually reached the Canadian Postal Service, and I already know that that's not going to be good. But anyway. So when we ride it, we'll see. The PE19, I like these. These are so simple. They really are. I mean, just put them on and go. D8, DLH, okay. Obi-Wan corrected me. I might be pausing or glitching. I'm not reading anything. I'm actually reading what y'all put up here on my phone. I got it right here. Budget clutch. Yes, that's what I got. Good night, Mike Miller. You going? Yeah, Roger, you going? Good night. Good night, Roger. You be careful. Get you some sleep, buddy. Don't go out there and do no damn dumbass shit on a bike. You have a good night, Roger. You be careful, babe. But yeah, I got a G2 reed system on here with carbon fiber pedals. I've got a head that's sent to me for the YD100, LD100, but it wasn't. It was the smaller bolt pattern, so I had to mill it out. I'm not going to lie about that. And they said, oh, we're sorry, we have a few of those out, so be careful what you buy. And that's it. And I got a 25 squish. And have a good night, little eel. Man, be cool. Big problem we're getting with motorized bikes now is teenagers stirring up problems. We got one down here right now. You got some young kid on a bike that's in and out traffic like a crazy man. Little Evil, you have a good night, sir. And it was nice you stopped by. And yeah, and then they see that's the reason I never really wanted to post no 50-mile-an-hour runs, because I live in a small town and they watch my videos. The police do. You have a good night, Evil. Be careful on that rocket you ride. Well, guys, I'm going to tell y'all good night. I've had a blast. I really did. And thank you so very much for showing up. And you just got told on yourself. Hey, nobody. Let me go ahead and sum this up real quick when you talk about making YouTube videos. I'm going to sum this up real damn quick for everybody. I remember when I was in art school, an art teacher told me something that made complete sense to me. And it applies to a lot of things, making YouTube videos, painting paintings, and everything else. First, you're an artist, then you learn how to paint and draw. Always remember that. First, what you want to do, then you do it. I had someone on new doing 150 motorcycle use his video to take him to jail. Yeah, and that's the reason I don't like posting these. And you're correct. These people around in a small town, these guys, look. He just posted he did 50 miles an hour. I think down here, they're kind of like, as long as you don't break the speed limit in an area, fine. But no, he ain't started an engine up. He better make a video when he does. Oh, he needs to. Oh, hang on. Something I got to tell you about this build, too. Obi-Wan Zilla, when he was down here, he was nice enough to leave. Is that the flange you need, buddy? he left a flange for one of these. So I was able to cut this pipe and fit it into that flange because they say, L.A. Hubbard, a lot of people says because the exhaust port is so big, it's hard to find a flange. Well, he left the flange. Yeah, they don't bother me down here either, as long as I'm not, being a nuisance. But did I get your flange, Obi-Wan Zilla? Huh? You ain't getting it back because I was able to open this header completely up. And that's going to make this pipe work a lot better for this load of dung motor. Yeah, I hear you, baby. Hey, that thing worked out so perfect, too. And it's nice and beefy. I like that. And I got it welded on the inside, so it's got a nice look on the outside. I got one. You want me to mail it? You left one of those here, too. Hang on. You want me to mail it to you? Yeah, you left that here too. But this is a Minarelli flange here. Yeah, it's steel. The one you give me had the cutouts in it, so I could slide it down. You left this one here. No, not gasket. You left gasket too. I'll mail them to you. I'm only going to build one Minarelli. I saw that. I saw that on somebody's post. I might have been your post about that gasket that I'm not sure what it is, but I actually got it on Amazon. Is that the same one I'm talking about? Yeah, you go, and there's really, when I get up on the levee, I can go fast as long as there ain't a whole bunch of goddamn real bikers up there, bicyclers. You don't want it? That won't work? Why? I ain't gonna send it if you don't want it. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah, there was some kind of gasket I actually went to the comments and I downloaded it, and and they said it lasts forever. But yeah, I got this one if you want it. But that one worked perfect though. And I'm going to tell you that right now. It was just like perfect. Thank you. I'll keep it. But yeah. But yeah, I saw that one. I've actually pulled it up on Amazon and I was looking to buy it, but it's like $8 or $9. Damn, it's got to be good. Well, I'm talking about, this is not a gasket. This is a flange. Do you want the flange or you want the gasket, or you don't want any of them? And actually, I would look into that because it'll fit on that particular jug. And actually, I'll be doing that in the future, going through different jugs and what have you, and different stuff. Good night, Mike Miller. I'm so glad you hopped in here and said hello. Everybody is wondering where he is at. Yeah, it was good to see you come in here. We was asking where he is at. Where's Mike Miller? So we know he was eating bowl seafood. Uh-huh. And I know where he's going right now. Well, guys, I love y'all to death, and thank you so much for showing up. I'm going to go in and have a little bit of dinner, and I'm going to go to bed. I've had a busy day today. I got ripped up by a tiller 3 or 4 times. And thank you so much for showing up. Yes, sir, I will. And I'll have to go take some medicine to go to sleep because I got insomnia, but I'll get some few hours. And y'all have a wonderful night. We're going to see what the Loaded Dung 100 does. Who knows? I might be the owner of the world's fastest Loaded Dung 100. We will find out. Y'all have a good night. We're done. It was fun. Absolutely. And we got one of these things here. The last Saturday of every month, we're going to meet back here. Okay? Good night.